In this new video, I'm going to give you an idea on how to chunk a difficult text to create a collaborative activity for multilingual learners in Google Classroom. The great thing about this strategy is that you can use it with any topic you want. It really works with everything. Let's go back to page number 7 and select another text from the resources that we have for multilingual learners. We are going to be focusing today on this document that is named Phases of the Menstrual Cycle Images. I'm going to open it for you and we're going to see how it looks like. So this is what the document looks like inside. It contains pictures and it contains a lot of academic vocabulary, and it does contain as well like figures, and it says something about graphs, and I can see a key in here. As a multilingual learner myself, this is a little bit scary. So a lot of academic vocabulary that, although it has been highlighted, it may not be very clear for our multilingual students. And at the end, it has just like some summary and some review, right? So I'm thinking that we can do something more fun with it, with this kind of text for our students to understand a little bit better the menstrual cycle, and for our students to collaborate together. So I'm going to just like chunk this document in little pieces, and I'll come back to you in a second. Okay, so I did chunk that text, and I just placed each of the chunks that I did in different slides, okay? And I'm gonna explain to you what I'm gonna do with that. So first of all, I have clear instructions for my English language learners. So I'm telling them that each group will have 10 minutes. So I'm giving them time. I'm telling them what to do. You're going to look at the 2 slides. You're going to discuss the questions. You're going to take notes. You're going to come back to the main room ready to share. So I'm thinking about using that text in different breakout rooms, so the students have time to digest little chunks and to talk about them. Before they start, I want them to find out who's gonna do what. I always give roles to my students. One is gonna be the timekeeper, the other one is gonna be the note taker, another one is gonna be the facilitator, the fourth one is gonna be the reporter. Sometimes I try to do like groups of 2 or 3, but other times, if I have too many students in the classroom, I do groups of 4. I never do more than 4 kids in one group. At the end of the activity, I'm telling them that everybody needs to share. So I'm already specifying what we're going to do at the end of the activity. And I'm telling them to make sure they understand all the academic words, because today they're going to have an activity, a vocabulary activity at the end of the class. This is how I'm going to do it in my class. So I did the first one as an example. So here I have the group 1, and I want the members of the team and the roles. Then they're gonna start, right? I have different activities for each of the groups. So the first group, I want them to basically do a think, see, wonder activity. So they have an image in there, and I want them to tell me what they see, the details that stand out, everything that they can see, not infer from the image. In the what do you think is going on section, they're gonna just like really make inferences and let us know what they think is happening in this image in here. And finally, what does this make you wonder? What questions do you have about this image, right? And I also want them to read a little bit, and to decide which one is the most important part of the female menstrual cycle. So I just like create 2 slides for each of the groups, just to make sure they have space in the slides to write whatever they want to write. Okay. I use this activity very often in my science class. I usually have two columns, one with my opinion, in which I had to read and think and write what I think is right. And the other one is my group's opinion, in which the group decides what opinion or what mix of opinions they're gonna take. So this is very important for my English language learners because in the first column, I'm giving time to my students to read and then to interpret what they're reading and then to write. So they're going to be practicing reading and they're going to be practicing also writing in English, which is so important for them. And in the second column, I'm just like making my English language learners discuss with other peers. So that's the purpose really of this other section. Okay, I didn't finish the rest of the questions in the other slides because that's up to you, the living environment teacher. But this is how it looks like. I can even give a video to some of my students. I decide who takes what depending on their ability. The last stage on this process will be just like a create an assignment for my living environment class in which I am going to be adding the Google Slides that I just created so my students are able to work on it during their class time. So I'm going to insert it. And the most important thing is that right here, you make sure that you are selecting students can edit file so everybody can work at the same time and you can monitor what the students are doing. Even what I do is giving feedback at the same time they are working and write comments on the Google Slides. And even you can go to the different rooms to check on how the kids are doing. My students really love this kind of activities because it gives them the chance to practice English and it's very low stakes and it gives an opportunity for discussion and writing and listening. So it is a great activity. I use it quite often in the class and as I said, my kids really like it. So that was all. That's the video for today. Bye bye.